Shot of Brandy Podcast, man. This episode 165, the first episode of 2021. Up in here, man, with my guy Rob Marley, man.
What up?
A cannabis connoisseur, man. What's good with you, Rob?
Oh, blessed and highly favored, man. Just blessings, man. I can't call it.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming out, though, man. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah, man.
It's an honor. It's an honor.
Man, I appreciate it. Nah, man, because I heard you on Clubhouse, man. I'm like, man, this dude giving game in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, was you the host of the room?
Yeah, I started that room.
Okay, yeah, man. You was giving game. I'm like, damn, this nigga Rod is spitting. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, that's what it's about, man. It's not about what we do here. It's what we leave.
Right,
That's how I feel.
Exactly. Nah, man, like, I knew that you knew, like, the history of the cannabis, but how you was spitting and so knowledgeable of it, I was like, yeah, man, I got to get him in here, though. You know what I'm saying? But shit, I fucked with you way back in the day, though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, man, you just to fuck with my cousin T.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to come out in the dispensary, man, and y'all be out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, man.
Getting it in, working.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, man, so when does Rodney's story start, though? Like you think, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you jump out here?
Man, I want to say it started back in Muskogee, like before I moved here.
Okay.
Just coming from a very small town, a country town at that.
Yeah.
In Muskogee, it's more so like either, you know, you going to play sports and make it out that way, or
okay.
It damn near seemed like that was one of the only ways to make it out. So,
okay, yeah.
You know, I tried to do the music route and ended up moving up here to the city in about 2004.
Oh, 2004.
Yeah, I got here in 2004. So I've been here since, and was just working on the music and just still trying to find myself as an artist. But
so was you still in high school at the time, or did you graduate from Muskogee?
Nah, I got here 8th grade.
Oh, 8th grade.
It was like right in the beginning of 8th grade year.
Yeah, man, nigga said, fuck that.
Bro, my mom was like, you gotta get the fuck up out of here.
Okay, yeah. Cool. So were you trying to be a rapper at the time?
Definitely, man.
Yeah.
Like at that time in Muskogee, I was just like, I was real known for like battle rap, you know.
Okay, yeah.
We would battle rap at lunch, you know, during lunch and stuff. So like moving here, it was like, fuck, I gotta start all over. I don't know nobody.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just out the gate with the rap again, like fuck it. Like just walking up like, who want it? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay, yeah, man, but who was inspiring you at that time then? Like far as the rappers at that time?
At that time, it's crazy. Like, we from the South, but I was like so East Coast with it, bro.
Oh God, like a lot of people was.
Yeah, like I used to argue with my niggas Drew and them up there at Jarman. Like they was trying to put me on the whole Swisher House movement at the time. I'm like, bro, Jay-Z just dropped this blueprint. I don't want to hear none of that.
Okay, yeah. Well, that mean that you understood the flow early then.
Very early.
And you picked up on bars and you picked up on words then, you know what I'm saying? Because the down south is easy. You know what I'm saying? But that West Coast is, man, you gotta really listen to that shit back in the day.
Bro, it set me back, in my opinion, because I was too far advanced for my age. And it's yo, we rapping about cars and money and shit, and you over here talking about, you know what I mean, intellectual rap and all this other shit. Like, bruh, dumb it down. So just trying to find myself, bro. I ended up just was like, man, if this shit don't work out, you know, I'm gonna sell weed. Okay, yeah. You know, real shit, just 100. So but you know, I never knew I would be able to make it here. Like, it just wasn't. It didn't click at that time. It's something that I look forward to. And then that's when I came across, I discovered Burner, you know what I'm saying, the owner of Cookies. And he was like my biggest mentor, like as far as just somebody I looked at and was like, that's how I want to be. Okay, and what year was this then? Man, this was like 2009, 2010.
Oh God.
2010.
Right, and that's when Wiz had first hit the scene.
And it's crazy, bro, because I was already Chuck Taylored down. Like, I was like, he's stealing my shit. Yeah. But it just let me know, like, okay, like, you on to something. This is you. I'm not trying to be anybody else. It was just like, follow your path. Right. And I just knew that my time would come one day.
Okay, yeah, but this is before, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was you, like, thinking, like when you and Teezy hooked up, like, and y'all was rapping together, like, Like, were you trying to be a rapper at that time? You know
Definitely.
what I'm saying? Okay, right.
So music is my first love. Like,
okay, right, exactly.
You know, I grew up singing in a church.
Okay,
you know, I was singing before I was rapping, and then I just was like, you know what, rap seemed cooler, so I was like, I'm gonna be a rapper.
Okay.
And yeah, so like around that time, I came up here, met your cousin. Was just trying to link up with some guys that I felt was like minded and really wanted to like get out of where we are and, you know, make it big and do something and bring it back for the home team. So, you know, we was just working day and night, just trying to get this music right, sounding right, looking right. That's when he picked up the camera.
Okay, right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, God. We was just trying to do something for the state.
And y'all was looking right. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all movement at that time was a nice movement, you know what I'm saying? But y'all just grew apart, though. Okay, yeah. When did you, I think, roll your first L?
Man,
like, when did you smoke your first
here?
L?
It's funny because I was smoking a little bit of Muskogee, but like when I moved here, the point was to move here and like do better, like not get into so much. And it's like I just got like right back in the same shit. So I was about 14 when I rolled my first blunt.
Okay, 14.
That sounds bad as hell. I was 14.
Man,
I got
not these days though. You know what I'm saying, man? Because these little niggas these days, man, be eating shit. You hear me?
Yeah. I got tired of like I didn't know how to roll. So like one of my homies, Asa, he knew how to roll.
Yeah.
But if I wanted to smoke, like I had to get him to roll it. So it'd be times it's like, fuck, I ain't trying to keep sharing my weed. Like I gotta learn this shit.
hey, oh God, that's the same as me. You hear me?
So
okay, so what was it though? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was it with the plant, man, that made you like, okay, this is what it is with me?
Bro, I used to watch my brother. So my big brother Chuck, shout out Big Chuck. Okay. I used to I grew up like kind of trying to hang with him and his friends. You know, they were older, but I would watch them like get high, and they would be having so much fun.
Okay,
and it was to the point I was like, it felt like my life was boring because they was having so much fun and laughing and giggling. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are y'all doing? Yeah. What is that? What like? I noticed y'all smoke that, and y'all just be in the best mood ever. Yeah. Y'all eating all the food up. Yeah. I need that in my life. And then watching Friday growing up, listening to Bone Thugs.
Okay, right. Exactly.
You know, it was just like, yo, I gotta know what this life is like.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so then you hit it, you got high. Like, what was it? It was like, okay, this is this is it.
I got high, and it was just like all these thoughts, and I felt like I could rap better. Life just seemed better, and I was like, this is it for me. This is it.
Oh, guys, the same. Hey, that's the same way I felt. But I was 16. Yeah. I was 16 or 15. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, okay, this is a relief for me. You know what I'm saying? It was like like a weight off my shoulder type deal. You know what I'm saying? I ain't left it since.
Some people just get so paranoid the first, few times. They be scared to smoke. Yeah. And then it's just like, yo, just chill out. Like, you know, you gotta vibe with it. You gotta vibe with it. If you're around the right people, man, I feel like you're gonna be straight though.
Okay, right. Okay. And then like in the 2013 and 2015, you know what I'm saying? Like, where was your head at?
I'm glad you asked that. So at that time, 14. So
because we didn't know that this was gonna come.
We didn't, and I'm gonna tell you,
know what I'm saying?
It's crazy, bro. But I was still in like my focus was the industry.
Okay, right.
So
and that's where I know you from, and that's why I asked you like, when was your first time? Because I know you being a spokesman for this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, okay, so around 2013 was when I was like, if I could do it, like I said, if music don't work for me, I'm doing this.
Okay, right.
Right? Like it was like everything else that I thought, it didn't feel as good as what music would have been. Like I would have felt like I settled for less. But with this, I would have felt like I was just equally satisfied, right? So I'm looking towards Cali. Cali for me was always like, they brought us the culture. They taught us. They had the shit first, right? They laid the foundation, showed you the blueprint. Yeah. So I got a lot of my game from the West Coast. Okay. But Colorado,
you was out there too, though.
I went out there once. I went with Nitro for BT Awards.
Okay. Yeah.
But so Colorado was closer though. So I tried to go to. I remember waking up one day. It was Saturday, and I was selling cars at the time. I had just got out the streets. I was like, man, I got to get a job. Okay. So I'm selling cars, but it's like spiritual suicide, bro. I remember waking up one day, because every day I'd be like, yo, this is not where I'm supposed to be. Like walking into the doors, I just knew it. I was like, this ain't for me. So I woke up one morning, and it was just like, I looked at the phone. And I said, I'm not doing this no more. So I text my boss and I'm like, yo, thank you for the opportunity, but I can't do this no more. I'm finna pack my shit and I'm going to Colorado and I'm finna get in a dispensary in the weed game. And his response was, bro, I would do the same if I could. So like,
but he had kids and shit.
No, it was just more so he was so attached to the job and to something else that was stability at that time for him that he just knew was comfortable.
Okay.
But I got tired of that shit. It was like, I'm, you know, the guaranteed check is cool, but if I know in my soul that I'm not supposed to be doing this and I don't like doing this every day, I'm not just going to keep doing it.
Right.
So I was kind of worried about, like, you know, his response and shit like that. I don't really like just quitting on shit.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
But when he said that, it encouraged me.
Oh yeah.
So I called bro. Like, we were working together at the same time. We were both selling cars. So I hit bro. He like, yo, where you at?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I quit. He like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm finna go to Colorado and try to get in the game.
Oh God.
He like, man, fuck this. I'm quitting too. I said, come on. So shit. We packed our shit up. The homie Jaren jumped in the car with us. We bumped out.
Okay.
We in Colorado with it.
Okay, yeah. That's where you was at. Not Cali, but Colorado, because you was always gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you was blowing too. I'm like, damn, this nigga always blowing.
Yeah. So I was just back and forth because I got family in both. I got family in Cali and in Colorado.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But see, I had a cousin who was managing a dispensary in Colorado.
Okay.
So it was like, yo, if you could, you know, holler at your people, you know, and try to get us in the door, like, shit, we on. Right. So he like, man, come down here. So I'm like, bet, you know, I'm out, bro. I had probably like 400 in my pocket, nothing else. Like, I'm just fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
get out there. It's harder to find a place to live than it is to find a job.
Yeah, for real?
Bro, I couldn't find nowhere to live. And like my family at the
why
time,
is that though?
Because everybody, like how everybody's moving here now for the industry.
Oh, they are?
Everybody was moving there at that time.
Oh, okay.
When I was trying to make my move. Like, they literally, I remember a woman at the hotel told me they had on an average 10,000 families a week moving out there.
Damn.
It was crazy.
Right.
It was crazy. Like, my cousin was in an apartment and she only intended to be there a few months and ended up being there like 3 years because she just couldn't find nowhere else to move. Still in state.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was kind of hard trying to room up with people and they had their thing going on. I didn't want to impede on nobody. So I was like, fuck it. We got to go back to the crib and just figure it out.
Yeah.
So I got back here and I'm just like, man, at that point, I honestly felt like I was just manifesting like, yo, this shit got to happen. Like, we need to legalize.
Oh, God, you was.
So fast forward, I remember in 2016, they told us that we needed a certain amount of votes and we actually reached that amount.
Okay.
And then they turned around and said, oh, our bad. We meant you needed this many.
I remember you on the ground, bro.
Bro, I got so mad. But what gave me the comfort was knowing who we are and where we from. In Oklahoma, you not finna fuck us over and we just gonna let you ride with it.
Right.
So at that moment, I knew in my heart and my soul, I said, we're gonna be legal next year. I started telling that we're gonna be legal. No, we not. We just felt. I said, you think we gonna let that happen 2 times in a row?
Bro, I remember, bro, I promise you, I remember you doing all this work on the ground, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just working.
Right. Okay.
Working.
Man, so who did you link up with though? You know what I'm saying? Because you had to have somebody to link up with, man, and push the movement with you.
Right. So, man,
That's not your color. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it wasn't nobody like that doing it at the time. So,
right.
If you watching, shout out Hooligan Bean, man.
Okay.
Hooligan and Billy Dunn, man.
Okay,
these two guys. So I was reaching out to Billy because him and Hooligan had a show like Canna Crew, or it was right before Canna Crew started, and they were basically like, he already has some like people he was talking to that was opening stores and stuff. So I didn't ask to be on the show. I'm just like, yo, I'll come film your show because like y'all need consistent quality.
Okay.
So the first segment I filmed, they ended up throwing me on the next show. Like, I'm going to go film and they like, nah, you on camera. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we want you on the show. Like, and Hooligan like, yeah, we ain't got no black people. I'm like, oh, you motherfucker. He like, nah, for real though.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it, let's go. And they I don't think they really knew how knowledgeable I was. So once after that,
so what show was this? Was this a podcast or was this a YouTube show?
Yeah,
what was it?
It was like a blog. It was like, yeah, kind of like what we doing here.
Okay.
Not all the way how you got it, but you know what I'm saying? We was on to something, and they was already just building up that, you know, that momentum.
Okay.
And I just wanted to be honestly a part of just helping them achieve what they were trying to do. And Billy gave the opportunity, him and Hooligan, to put me in there with him. And you know, it was Hooligan, Billy, John Frazier, and Trina at the time. Okay. And they were forming the Canna Crew, where they were going around to different dispensaries and just pretty much bringing their following to the location.
Yeah, wait, hold on though. Yeah, wait a minute though, because we not on the dispensaries yet. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. You're right.
We on
the music.
No, you pushing it in the street of trying to get it passed.
Oh, so before we got there. Okay,
Right,
okay.
right.
So yeah. So, but at that time, like there would be people like by the Walmart in Dale City,
Right, okay.
and like posted up in other places that would have the petitions.
Okay, yeah.
And I would, like, if I seen them, I'd just pull up, I'd sign it, and I would help them for as long as I could, like try to flag people down, because I would never really see our people pulling over and signing these petitions. So I'm like, yo, let me help you, because my people need to vote too. Like, we don't need to be ignorant to this. Like, this can help us. So anywhere that I could, you know,
because you seen it in Colorado.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
and
you seen what it can be already.
Man, I seen the money that it was pouring back into the communities. Honestly, I seen the opportunity that we have as average people, being able to have the opportunity to start a business and generate generational wealth and income.
Right, exactly.
That was my whole thing. Like, this is putting the power back into the people. So I was like, I have to protect this at all costs, because as soon as these big wigs come, they take away our opportunity.
Right.
So we had to get on it as quick as possible.
Right. So then with it passed, like, what'd you think?
I was ready. It was just like, I knew it was going to happen, but I was more upset with myself because I didn't have the funds that I wanted to have at that time to be ready. Right. It was more so like, I know it's gonna happen, but I never thought about put your money up.
Right.
So when it happened, you already ready.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So then it passed. Then what do you do then?
I rounded up my family. We had a meeting. I said, look, for $2,500, we can get a dispensary license and go legal.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I'm like, what else is there to talk about? Like, look, we could legally sell weed for $2,500, a building, put it all together. It ain't gonna be just 25. Of course, we got to get product, you know, this, that, and the third. But I'm like, y'all, we need to put our money together. I'm on Facebook making groups within my family. I'm trying to get all my cousins. I literally hit everybody, my uncle, grandma, anybody I knew that just possibly had $100 to $1,000. I was on you like, yo, we need that. This is why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So did they believe in you then?
It wasn't a problem with them believing in me. It was more of a fact with them being skeptical about the industry and how it was going to work, as far as, you know, they're like, yo, we understand it's legal, but you talking about like, yo, we still black, yo, we trying to get this license and get it cracking. Like, how do we know we ain't gonna have to have no run-ins with the feds or anything? I feel like it was more of a skeptical thing of them thinking the feds was going, because a lot of people in Cali was getting raided, but everybody don't know why. See, they wasn't licensed up and had they shit legit. People was just popping up shops, like thugging it out.
Yeah, yeah, man. But that's how we think, though. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like we got that scarcity mind because we not used to owning shit.
Another thing is we're not used to reading for ourselves. You have no idea how many people I educate on a daily basis, and the knowledge be right there, but they just choose not to read it. Like, so many people thought that if I get a medical card, I can't have my concealed carry weapon anymore. But in the state question 788, page 5, section E, it says in less or more terms, if you get this medical marijuana card, we cannot take your concealed carry weapon or license. It says it clear as day. We cannot, by law, they cannot take it. But you got people in the barbershop talk like, man, don't get your card, man. They're going to take your gun. And then Roy and then all them like, yeah, man, fuck that. And they don't even look for themselves. So I'm like, bro, that ain't even true. Like,
and then it just spread on and shit.
It just spread, and then we believe what our peers tell us without researching ourselves. Yeah. You know, that's the biggest thing. So I was the one that was like, nah, I need to see it in black and white. Right. So I just, early on, I was educating myself. I remember watching Connie Johnson late night on TV advocating for us too. I remember when she was trying to get it passed and it kept getting shot down. I remember those days, and I'm watching, I'm like, yo, this is a black woman really just out here fighting for us. Like, where we at? Like, where's our support? Right. You know, so.
Right. So then you start working at a dispensary.
Correct.
Okay.
It happened. Man, the way that happened though, was crazy. It was just divine. It was like God wanted me to have that situation.
Okay.
It couldn't happen no better way. Like, quick story, basically I was cutting hair at the time, and a friend of mine, Walt, one of my clients, he was working at Hertz.
Right.
So Ricky and Pedro, the owners of Electroleaf, they had moved down here. They wasn't even in town an hour. Like, they literally took their clothes. They didn't grab no furniture, nothing. Like, that's how crack in Oklahoma was. They just grabbed their clothes, bro, flew in town and was getting a rental. Like, yo, link us up with somebody in the city that can, you know what I'm saying, take care of us, get us right, show us around. He like, I got the perfect dude, Rodney. So boom, he hit me like, hey, these dudes finna hit you. I'm like, man, I don't know these, you know what I'm saying? Like, he like, bro, trust me. They open in the dispensary. I'm like, bet, say less. Out the gate, hospitality, hey, these the spots you want to go to. Take them to night trips. Yo, these the people you want to meet, blah, blah, blah. And they was feeling the vibe. They loved me as a person and was like, yo, we want you to run our store.
Damn.
And it was just like, what?
Damn.
And from there, it was just like history.
For real?
For real.
They so straight from the Clippers. And then like you meet these dudes and they said they want you to run the whole shop.
Yeah. It took I want to say it took probably like a month for them to really fill me out.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't know each other from a can of paint. It was just like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, they were like, yeah, let me fill these. And these dudes, they had some money. They doing their thing. So
oh yeah.
I could tell they were smart.
From Cali.
No, actually, they're from Philly.
Oh, they was from Philly.
They came from Philly.
Oh, they came from Philly.
Yeah, like they got ties all over. They're like, from Philly and like Detroit and stuff. But they came from the East Coast. So, but they was already ahead with the game. Like, they had already worked with other stores, started stuff, did stuff. So they already knew what they was gonna do. They just wanted to find the right people.
Exactly.
So I just wanted to make sure I didn't fuck up my opportunity. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I was just genuine. I just wanted to be organic as possible, and it worked.
Yeah.
It just worked out.
Man, so how was that experience though, like running it?
It was priceless.
Oh, it was, exactly.
It was one of the best experiences I've ever had.
Right, because
they taught me a lot. They taught me a lot. I always say that. You never heard me say nothing bad about them. They taught me this side of the game. See, I knew the black market. Okay. But when you cross over, it's so different. Like, when I first got in, I felt dumb. Like, I didn't know shit. And I knew a lot, but it was just like, for instance, the difference between distillate and full spectrum, how distillate can be processed with basically to where it's not an indica, sativa, or hybrid anymore. Once you process it down to a distillate, it's just weed. You know what I mean? But then full spectrum is actually with the native derived terpenes reintroduced, and it can actually be an indica, sativa, or hybrid. Not knowing the difference that a farmer's pound is 453 grams, and in the streets we was getting 448. So now when I learned that, I'm like, oh, the plugs owe me money. Y'all been fucking us over all this time. These farmer pounds is 453 and y'all weighing it up 448, man. So like, it was just so many different things. Learning about the endocannabinoid system. That's you're born with that. Like, when you're born, God gave you an endocannabinoid system. All of us. You have CB1 receptors. You got CB2 receptors. Now, when you consume cannabis and other cannabinoid properties like CBD, CBG, CBC, those things combined is what we call the entourage effect. You and I call it getting high. The scientific term is the entourage effect. And when those chemicals in your body hit those receptors, that's the psychoactive effect. You getting high, and that's what you feel. That's the medicinal benefit from it. Right. I didn't know none of that shit. Right. So me learning these things and me just wanting to really be a student of the game and give back to the people and just strengthen the culture, that's what it was about for me. That's what it's always been. So I just dove in, man, like, shit, I want to learn everything. And they were like, man, they were very generous guys to teach me what they did. Yeah. To teach me how to run a store. So how did they know if they from Philly? They were already in the game. So when you in the game already legally, you're watching other markets, because it's almost like. So Philly is should they get smoke out there? Pennsylvania,
Yeah,
they out there, yeah.
Okay,
they all out there.
Yeah.
And even like Michigan was on before us. Michigan been legal for a long time.
Yeah.
So what happened?
It's cold out there.
It's cold, but not only that, like, okay, like if you go to Cali right now, which is capped off, you're not getting a license. It don't matter who you are. It's illegal to sell a license. Mm-hmm. So you can't go to Cali and get a license. But if you wanted to, they wanted like $250,000 for the application fee. You got to have $1 million in surety bond before you can even. These are things you got to prove and show before they even say yes or no.
Right.
You $250 out of pocket. Like, who's doing that? Oklahoma's the first state that allowed anybody to get a license for $2,500. That's unheard of. So, bro, they were coming by the flocks. Motherfuckers was leaving shoes, clothes, everything behind. They came, bro. Right. So that's what brought a lot of people here. That's what brought Ricky and Pedro here.
Right. And that's what people don't realize, man, because I learned that off YouTube. It's like in Chicago, man, in Illinois, bro, they so strict. It's unbelievable how strict they is towards us. You know what I'm saying? And then Cali, they said, yeah, it's capped off. They say Vegas is cracking, you know, Denver. But out here, man, they call it the Wild Wild West right now.
Man, because shout out to Connie Johnson and all the other folks that prepared 788. Without y'all, we wouldn't be here right now, first off. But these people, this group of people were watching the legislation in other markets, and they kind of deciphered and put ours together in a way that we didn't want to be like other people. Right. So that's why I give them so much credit, because of them, our license fee is $2,500. Because of them, we don't have a cap on growth space and other things. You know what I mean? So that's what make Oklahoma so great right now. Like, we kicking everybody ass when it comes to the legalities of how to get in this business and a lot of the rules and regulations. Like, ain't nobody fucking with us.
Mm-hmm. Then you moved on to another dispensary.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
I went to Kissing Clouds for a little bit.
Okay, man. How was that?
Shout out them. Oh, it was great. It was great, man. It was another good experience. It was more so of like, yo, on this time, like, more so like the leash is off, like, do your thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? There was less restrictions. Okay. So I was able to get in there and help those guys, like, get that out the mud and get that in a great direction. And they're doing great. They kicking ass over there. So
yeah,
shout out to them.
So when did it start hitting you for your own then?
Oh man. Just
was it at the second spot?
It was really at the first spot.
Oh, okay. You were starting to get your bread together?
Yes, no. It was my mental.
Okay.
It was my mental. Like, man.
Exactly.
It was more just like, fuck, like,
are you
I'm
ready
making these
to
guys
run
a lot of money. And it was like, I'm at the point where I'm tired of building for everybody else. And it was like, I need to build for myself. I don't want to get in the habit of continuing to build up other people's businesses and brands. Especially like, if you're not from here and I'm giving you all my resources and we can't benefit the same, regardless if I put the money up or not, I need to benefit in some type of way.
Right.
And I benefited, you know what I mean? But I wanted more.
Okay.
So I just was like, in order for that, I got to go get my own, you know?
Right.
So I seen Wayne at the club one night and was like, yo, we need a link.
Right. Okay. So like you say, mentally though, so did you think that you was ready to run your own shit though?
I thought I was. Little did I know I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like you still, like you say you wasn't, like why you say that?
It was still a lot more to learn. The market at that time was still young. And it changes, like this shit changes daily. It's always new things. It's always just, it's a lot of different variables, right? Like if you didn't know no better, you would think that you would need to maybe get like 20, 30,000 and go get like a bunch of concentrates and stock your store. Little do you know, like if you know the right people and you know the right terminology, you can go buy your own shake and trim, go to a processor and say, what's up on a split? A split is when you provide the content, they process the product, do all the labor, package it and hand it back to you. You didn't pay what you would have paid. You actually paid a lot less. Now you finna make money. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So like not knowing them type of things and you just trying to go in and, I'm just finna do this. Like you're going to pay a lot of money that you really didn't have to. You're going to spend a lot. You'll probably break certain laws that you didn't know was a law because you wasn't already in the mix going through it.
Right.
So I knew I just had to continue to be a student.
Right. Exactly. So when you seen Wayne, like, How long did it take for you to convince him though? Should have jump on board with you because you already got the knowledge, and everybody already know that you got the knowledge because you're showing us on Facebook how smart you are with this shit. You know what I'm saying? So how long did it take him to get on board with you though?
He was on board immediately.
Oh, he was?
He wanted to do it right then. But, you know, with him, he got a lot going on. So he had to kind of maneuver everything he had going.
Right.
And until it was like the right time for him.
So did you already have a history together though?
Absolutely. I used to be his cameraman.
Okay.
Yeah, like when Wayne was like kind of like Wayne's World 3. Right before Wayne's World 3 is when he had hired me. And you know, I started doing film for him and stuff.
Okay, right.
So we had already had.
I forgot you did film too.
Yeah, I used to do film.
Yeah, you did film and the rap.
I did a lot of shit.
and you cut hair. Like, you still got your license?
Yeah, I still got my license.
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You got all type of hustles.
By any means.
Hey, that's how you got to be, though. You know what I'm saying?
By any means.
Okay, so what y'all do? Y'all start looking for a spot because you already know all the steps at this point.
Right. Nah, it didn't even happen right off the back. Like, it took about 2 years.
Oh, it did.
And by that time, I was working for Simple Cure. I was processing. It's a processing company.
Oh, okay.
And I was over there.
Okay, yeah.
I done did it all, bro.
Okay, yeah.
So
exactly.
I was over there filling carts by hand, like no machine. Like I'm, boop, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real?
For real, bro.
Damn.
Like 500 a day, I could pump them out, bro.
For real.
On God. So I'm over there filling these half-gram carts up, and Wayne FaceTime me. I'm like, man, what Wayne want? I know, like when he called, like, you answer that, you know, because you know it's gonna be something good.
Right.
So he hit me like, hey, bro, you know, I'm closing in on this little deal over here, man. Finna, you know, obtain this store. What's up? You said you wanted to do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, give me some more info. You know, and then, you know, we talked a little bit more about it, and I told him what I wanted, what I expected. He told me what he wanted, what he expected, and we was able to negotiate and meet, you know, in the middle on the terms, and it was great for both of us. So we just went ahead and did it.
Right. And it's like, shit, you like the perfect partner in this shit, though. You know what I'm saying? Because you already know all the shit, you know what I'm saying, like behind it.
Yeah, I had already put in the work. So it would be like if I was looking for...
So was the spot cool for you, though? Like once you went to go look at it, like what'd you think of the spot?
Oh, at that time, to be honest with you, I didn't give a damn where I was at.
Okay, as long as it was yours.
It was like for 3 years I've been trying to get here.
Okay.
So I had already went through every emotion. So it was was already like I had already spent countless hours driving, looking for buildings, looking at the buildings, talking to the people just for them to find a reason to say no.
Exactly.
So it was like more like I was just like, yo, if we can make it happen. If we can get in here, open the doors, and make the first sale, I'll believe it. You know what I mean?
Damn,
I was at that point with it because I just, I was tooth and nail every day.
Okay, yeah.
So once we got to that point, still to this day, I never really just celebrated the fact or anything because I just been focused on like the next part of it. Just because it took so long to get here. So it wasn't like a feeling of relief. It was like, oh shit, I made it. Keep going.
Right.
You know.
Right. So you ain't even celebrated that you got your own yet.
Never celebrated it.
Why is that, you think? Like
I had already went through all the emotions. So like I said, like of seeking to get the building, the license, the partners, an investor, to get the whole situation to come together. I had spent so many hours night and day, didn't go to sleep, you know, being happy because I thought I was this close to closing in with somebody and then it go left. So for me, it was like, I just want to see it happen for real. And then once that happened, I just need to keep it and scale it and grow it.
Right.
I didn't even focus on, oh, look at what I did. Oh, I did it. I accomplished it.
Right.
It was like, okay, cool. Like, let's keep it.
Right.
So
that's the first level to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then you actually opened though. You know what I'm saying? Like
I was nervous as hell.
How does it look?
It looks great.
Yeah, to you, like, okay. And you was nervous, you said.
Oh my God, I was so
like,
nervous.
why were you nervous?
Bro, sometimes we ask for things,
oh God,
and then when we get it, we don't know what to do.
It's unbelievable when you get it. It's unbelievable.
Like sometimes you be like, man, I already know it. I get in the game and do this and I'll catch the screen, hit this shot, and then coach call you to get in the game. And it's different because now it's time to go because it's like either it's going to work or it's not. So my biggest fear was for it to not work. For me to come to the people as a person saying, I know what I'm doing. I got the knowledge. You know, this is what I'm going to be doing.
So are you doubting yourself?
I wasn't doubting myself. It was just more so like I knew how far we were in the game at that time. It wasn't year 1 no more. We talking year damn near 3.
Right.
There's a lot of heavy hitters in the game now that got money behind them.
Right.
So it was like, yo, can you compete with these guys? Can you really stay on track and deliver, knowing that you don't have the finances, knowing that you don't have the resources like they do? That was the scary part.
Like when you say the finances and the resources, like what do you mean, the product?
Well, the money first, because it cost the money to get that. I had already established relationships with like vendors, growers, processors.
Okay, right.
I wouldn't worry. It was the money. I knew how much money I used to see myself spend and others spend in the store to just re-up every day, or just at one given time we had $125,000 in product on the shelves, not in the safe. Like that's a lot of money.
Right.
And I knew I didn't have $120K just to like here, just on product, not a sign, not the exit sign, like not flyers, just product.
Right.
That's a lot of money.
So you wanted to open up with a lot of product.
I just knew that I know how people that smoke are. Like I know that you gotta have options. People want to see, they want to be able to come in, not be all the way overwhelmed, but not be underwhelmed. They want to see that you got some shit to choose from and that you got good prices at that.
Right.
So I know what the people like. I know what the people want when it come to like if you gonna come to me for some weed.
Right.
I know what you already expecting before you get here. Like I have a gift that God gave me. Like I can just look at people and I can grab a certain strand off the shelf because I already know it's finna work for you. 9 times out of 10, when I pop the top and let them smell it, I need that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just didn't never want to mess up my reputation or anything like that and discredit any of the work that I had put in.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that you noticed that you got a gift.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like with this cannabis shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so now that y'all open,
This phone went off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go. Now that y'all open, you know what I'm saying? Like, tell me how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like to be an owner of your own dispensary and you was the black person off in the forefront for this shit. You know what I'm saying? And you got customers now. You know what I'm saying? So how does it feel though? Is it still recording?
Like it's yeah. Man, it's a lot more difficult than what I thought it would be.
Like why you say that?
Heavy is the head that wears the crown. The shit falls from the top. If you as a boss ain't set up right and doing what you're supposed to do, you can't really like lead for others. So in my opinion, like you really self-accountability, responsibility, all of those things are very important in being a boss and being a leader and trying to carry the team. Nobody want to get on the team to lose. We want to win.
Right.
So knowing that, it could be difficult sometimes.
And like what, man? Cause I'm about to I'm working on mine, you know what I'm saying? So
I can help you with that.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so what do you mean by that though? Shit is difficult.
Oh man, bro, like we're in the weed business, right? I understand that. But at the same time, because we're in the weed business don't mean you gotta be high all day. Right. You still gotta do business.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Clear-headed.
You need to be clear-headed.
Right.
I mean, because there's been times where I was sampling some products and then I had to run back in and then serve a patient, and then I forgot to put the weed in a damn bag because I'm high and I'm sitting here talking to you and trying to make sure I'm doing my shit, but I'm still not all the way on point because I'm high. Right. And I'm chasing you out to the car trying to make sure you get your weed so we'll get a bad review or you be looking at me crazy. Right. So it's just you got to be on point, man. Like you can't really take it lightly because again, like this ain't the streets. Like when you get the OBN license, that's your license to sell narcotics. Like you're talking about fed people. So ain't no like I look at it like there's really no room for errors, there's no room for mistakes. Like they gonna be on you. They already know who you are. You feel me? So you have to get licensed through these people. So like you gotta make sure everything is on point. You gotta make sure you're compliant. You gotta make sure like that you checking cards and just
So you wouldn't take it as serious as first?
No, I took it serious. I took it serious from day one.
Yeah.
But you can't control everything around you.
Right.
And that's that's what sometimes can, like, you know what I mean? It could just be like overwhelming or just, you know, a headache, because you can't control the type of people that are walking to your business. You can't control the neighbors that you may have that's connected to the side of your business. You can't control people not smoking directly in front of the store all the time. Right. It's a lot of different things. And it don't even got to be store. Like, you can't control if a vendor is mixing CBD with the THC weed and you didn't test it. You just took their word. And you go to get it tested. Now you got a whole pound you done spent $2,800 on, but it's CBD because the grower done finessed you. It's a lot of fuck shit that be going on in this industry. Man. We don't talk about it. Like we the inner circles, we talk about it, but it don't never hit the surface. Right. It's always some bullshit going on, man. You be wanting, man. Hey, it be some people about to get their ass hurt, but you know, it's just you just gotta know how to just, you know, ride and just keep going and not get off track and not lose yourself and lose your character. Right.
Man, so what's some fun days though on the job?
Every day is fun.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the first time I've ever woke up like looking forward to go to work. You know what I mean? Like anything else I've ever done, even barbering, like I never looked at anything I've done like, oh, I'm happy to go to work. I go to sleep. Before I go to sleep, I'm thinking about work. When I get off work, I'm thinking about work. When I wake up, I'm happy to go to work. Because you never know what type of day you're going to have. You just know that you're going to be helping out some great people that's coming in like you and I, and they just need a little bit of weed, man.
Okay, right.
You know I mean? I'm finna like some of this part. Which one, man? I by the way, I brought you this lemon meringue from M5 Farm. Shout out to M5. They always got that gas, man. Yeah, man. A purple punch. You're an indica sativa type guy.
Man, I'm sativa. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's productivity right there, man. So the thing about sativa I love, man, it boosts creative thoughts. Right. It helps you, boost the creative. It's good for productivity. Right. It's good for people with social anxiety. People with anxiety, period. It's a mood lifter, a brightener. Okay. It's to help you get shit done. You know what I mean? Right. You wake up on a sativa, you're gonna have a productive day.
Right. And see, that's what I gotta get fast with. You know what I'm saying? Just how you just said that, just so quickly and firm like that shit. I got to get fast like that because it's going to be customers coming in and be wanting the difference. And shit, like I'm learning about the terps, all type of little, all this little shit that I don't be.
See, I'm glad you said that, bro. Okay, the terps is where it's at, bro. Like,
okay, right. I'm just now learning that though.
Like, bro, I'll admit and say it on air. It's like one of the most annoying things, and a lot of other store owners and bud tenders that agree with me. The most annoying thing you can hear a patient say when they come in is, "What's the highest THC percentage you got?" Yeah. Why? Why? Why do you want the highest THC percent? Because you think it's going to get you the highest. Right. Fuck no. Okay. It's not about the THC number all the time. Like, yo, look at the test results. Check these terpene levels. At least have 2 to 3% terps. If it's less than 2% terps, I don't want it. I don't give a fuck how good it look. Burner could bring it himself. Yeah. Is it at least 2%? I don't want it, because the terpenes are the essential oils of cannabis. It's everything we smell and what we taste, and it also has a very huge effect in the medicinal benefits. Some of these benefits are being met with what's in the terps, right? Not just the THC percentage. Like, you got to have the terpenes with the CBD, the CBG, like all of that makes sense, and all of that has to be present just enough for your body to get what it need. Because like I was talking about earlier with our receptors, like, we naturally produce cannabinoids in our system. Right. That's why when you get headaches or a loss of appetite, or your mood is all fucked up, like something in your body, one of your receptors, you're lacking something. You're lacking, for real? You're lacking CBC or CBD or CBG. You may need a little THC. Like, your body's running on E. And unless you keep track and know which of these help with what, you don't know. You just out here smoking. Right. You don't know what the fuck you doing. You just smoking. Right. You know what I mean? So like, all of this, the more I found out how us and weed is just hand in hand and how it helps us and other things, it was just like, I have to know everything. I just made it my business, because my whole thing is, and I got this from the car business, like, I like fact finding with my patients. I call them patients, I don't call them customers. Yeah. So when they come in, it's, hey, how you doing? How may I serve you? Oh, man, I'm just up here to get some flour. Okay. how do you normally consume? Are you an adult user or do you consume medicinally? What I'm in layman terms, do you just smoke to get high, or are you smoking because you have anxiety or some other shit that I don't know about? And if they, oh yeah, for medicinal reasons, I got brought, I got XYZ.
So medicinally is what I need to say. Medicinally.
Yeah. Do you consume for medicinal reasons? Are you smoking to aid one of these medicinal effects? And if you tell me, yeah, what medicinal? You know what I mean? Like what symptoms or what medical ailments do you live with?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what are you using it for? Anxiety, or, I got back pain. And when you start telling, I'm fact finding, I learned this from selling cars, how you sell a car, what you want, car, truck, SUV. I flip that shit.
Right.
I've just been using all my experiences and combined it with the weed shit. And that's what made me different. Exactly. So it's just like, yo, okay. Anxiety. Oh, okay, you need some CBG over here. Or pain. Oh, okay, you might need this 1-to-1 with the CBG and this other stuff because it's going to do this for you. Or, oh, I got fibromyalgia. Okay, you need this because it has XYZ in it. And I educate them and I help them understand what it's doing for them.
Exactly.
So now they know, oh, okay, cool. Now I know what I need. So even if I try to educate the patients to where even if you can't get access to me, or even if you don't come back to my store, let me equip you with the knowledge you need to go anywhere and get what you need and not get fucked over by these bud tenders who don't really know shit. Right. And they just trying to sell you some weed and make their money.
Right.
Because that's what most of them own.
Right.
So,
man, so where can I go, where can I go find some more like info like you did, like about this? Like, is there a book? Is there a website? What is?
Yeah, so we actually sell one of the books up there at the store, Trees Cannabis Connection. That's the cannabis, it's like Cannabis Bible or something like that. That has a lot of information in it. Dr. Regina Nelson, I couldn't think of your name for a second. Shout out Regina Nelson. She's a huge advocate in the game. I had the pleasure of meeting her. And I reached out to her after I got the store open, like, yo, come over here, bless the game with these books. I'm pay for them because I believe in what you're doing.
Yeah.
But I want that knowledge here to be able to educate people. Right. She literally went to jail behind this shit. You know what I'm saying? So people like that, my hats is off to. Like, you done paid your dues.
Right.
So, but that, there's books on Amazon. I'm actually writing a book right now.
Okay, damn.
That I'm gonna be putting out
That's
soon.
What's up. Yeah,
man. I want.
And I can see that too, though. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, e-commerce is popping right now.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But other than that, I just want to make sure that people get the right information.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. So they got books and stuff like that. YouTube videos, man. Leafly. Get on YouTube. They got a Leafly page that they post hella videos and just,
Yeah, already. And I'm gonna start coming up there, man, if I can, man, and just, man, to just pick your ear about some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, man. I love talking about this shit, man. We could do this all day.
Yeah. Okay, then on Clubhouse, man, you said that it's oversaturated right now.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? As far as Oklahoma. Okay. And I just seen last week that Oklahoma got the most cards out of anybody.
Yeah.
Medically. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we got the most patients, they say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So why you say that it's oversaturated?
Going back to what I said earlier, so it works on both sides. Us as Oklahomans, we've waited. A lot of people never thought they would see this in their lifetime.
No, not in Oklahoma. It's Bible Belt.
Yeah. But like even a lot of the patients that come in that are our parents' age, till this day, they be like, man, I just thought I'd never see this day. And like we just never really thought we would. So you mean to tell me we got the chance to be legal now? Why wouldn't you go get your card? Because with that, you can have 12 plants at home. You can have 6 baby plants, like seedlings, and then you can have 6 adult. You can also have, and this is for all y'all to know, like if you got your card or not, and I'm finna game you up real quick. It's on the back of your medical card. So you can have 8 ounces of dry flower at the crib legally, bro. Come on. You be like, bro, let them kick the door in and shit. I got my card. So it's like, bro, it has so many advantages on top of being able to heal the body medicinally with a plant that God grew. This ain't man-made. You know what I'm saying? This ain't got no man-made chemicals in it other than like the nutrients and shit. But I'm saying like you didn't have to use no bullshit to make it. So I just knew, man, like this was going to be it, bro.
Yeah, man, but why you say that it's oversaturated though? Like I
kind of got lost, my bad.
So, like, is it too many?
It's
Because it's one on every corner. Well, it's two on every corner.
It's starting to be side by side.
Yeah.
Like I just drove past one and they literally like this store was minding their own business, and then this a whole new store just opened up, like touching their store, like right next door. It's like, bro, y'all, come on, man. Like you. I mean, like
like I ain't gonna lie, nigga. Where we at? I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's over 12 on one street, nigga.
That's over. Here's the thing.
That's way over.
I'll be mad personally because I know a lot of these people wasn't even fucking with weed when it was.
They don't know shit about it, nigga. That's why we not scared.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So like for me, I feel both ways. Like one side of me be like, man, bro, y'all wasn't out here when we was out here taking risks, catching cases and shit, right? Yeah. But then the other side, I'm welcoming for anybody because I believe that this plant is for everybody. Like it's gonna bring happiness and all this other shit. But the other side, it's like y'all stepping on our toes. Like y'all could have left this open for the people that was already doing it. Yeah. Y'all kept the jobs y'all had that they wasn't letting us get because I wasn't getting no goddamn job. And now y'all taking up all the cannabis jobs.
Exactly.
So it's just
because they can, right?
Just because you can afford to get in and do it. And now you think it's cool because it's legal and you want to look cool to everybody and sell weed. And it's like, bro, no, you wasn't on that shit.
Exactly. Man, so what do you think about Burner coming out here? Man, like, what do you like? Okay,
man, I'm glad you asked. That was bittersweet. I ain't gonna lie. Exactly. I was bittersweet. I was so happy, but it was just like, fuck. I ain't even gonna lie. I said for all y'all, it was just like, hell yeah, because I love cookies. Like I said, I've been looking up the Burner for
that's what I'm saying.
Ever.
Like, did you ever think that Burner would think of being OKC posted?
I never thought.
Like when they told me, I was like, nigga, that nigga Burner ain't coming. And then like I went to Cali and I seen the blue building. I went in, I came back. I was like, damn, that is really the color. Nigga, that's a cookie color. So it's really coming.
He patented that color, by the way.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, that blue, that certain blue he got is you can't get that.
Bro,
like you
nigga
infringing.
Bro, that nigga Burner is smart though.
Bro, he just turned out $800 million for his company. It's money in this shit.
Right.
And that's why people want to be on this side of the fence now.
Right.
That didn't take that risk.
Right.
But on the flip side, to answer that question about Burner and cookies.
Yeah. What do you think?
I went from looking up to Burner to being able to say we sit at the same table.
Right.
How great is that?
Yeah.
How great is that? We ain't on the same level. Right. He way up there.
Yeah.
But we at the same fucking table. We in the same business. We in the same city and state.
Right.
Doing the same damn thing. Like I can sit at the same table with you. Who would have thought? So now that just lets me know, bro, keep going. You can be the next Burner.
Right. See, and what I tell people about Burner is that nigga Burner was really like he was the lead spokesman for this shit though.
Bro, me and him have so many similarities. It's scary.
Yeah.
Like, bro, he was doing his black market thing, right?
Right.
Going to the store so many times that the owner of the store took an interest to him and she was worried about him. Like, I don't want to see you get tricked off in these streets. Let me give you a job. She gave him a job, let him be a bud tender. Like, he started from the bottom just like me. He was drawing on the bags, though. He felt like he didn't want to see the bags all look the same. So that's what clicked to him, like, ooh. So if I learn how to brand the weed, the look of it when you come to get it and create the vibe, that's how he changed the game. He was the one that brought to the game like the whole pre-pack. It was already pre-packed, but like given the theme with the strand and the exclusivity and the hype around it.
Right. Cause that's what I tell people. I was like, cookies is cool. I mean, it's smoke, you know what I'm saying? But I had better too. But on the cookie side, nigga, you buying the brand, nigga, you buying Burner, nigga, you just buying everything that a nigga deal with Burner, though. You know what I'm saying?
But you also getting consistency, and that's what a lot of growers lack. So what they have is consistency. And to know that when you go get that bag, I can't even see what it looked like before I buy it, but I know it's going to be good before I even get there.
Right.
Who else can give you that feeling? Let's just be real. Who else can give you that feeling?
Right. Because you're not getting it on the streets.
I mean, either Cookies, Jungle Boys, Dr. Green Thumb, that's it.
Okay. And
on the streets, it's a toss-up.
Hey, nigga, that's the same thing my motherfucking partner said, man. Hey, man, that nigga love that Jungle Boys.
Jungle Boy. You know, Ivan, he was under the Cookies fam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like he fuck with, like, they heavy in L.A.
Oh yeah.
So the Jungle Boys is from L.A. And then Burner, you know, he from the Bay, but they was already fucking with each other up until Burner went and opened that Melrose store.
Oh, so for real?
You know, Jungle Boys coming down here.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oklahoma's, I already knew all this shit was gonna happen. That's why I was pushing early on, telling people, yo, start your business, open up, get rooted, do these things before these monsters come, and it's gonna be hard to eat.
I don't think it's gonna be hard to eat because nigga, not a lot of people nigga know the knowledge like you. Not a lot of people know the game like me.
I'm speaking for the others that came in that don't know this side and don't have that experience. Like if you just came in to make you some money, hurry up and make your money. But if you really like a part of this and it's in you and it ain't on you, then you ain't got nothing to worry about.
Right. And then a nigga that one spot on Northwest Expressway that's coming to LA's finest, they got a cold little setup in the back. Nigga, they got like a nigga, they got a setup, nigga, where you can hang out. They got your own TV.
I ain't trying to hang out at the dispensary though, honestly.
No, not at the dispensary, like a little smoke.
It's like a little lounge.
Yeah, like a little lounge. Okay. Yeah.
No, that's cool.
With the dispensary
I've been telling people, y'all need to get on there. Like I've been to all the club owners promoted, like, why ain't y'all opening up a smoke lounge where niggas can just come in? Right. I don't like going to the club.
Yeah, that club shit
like
is
that
over
club
with.
shit over with. Like, but if I can go somewhere that I know it's an environment to where it's other people that smoke, it's stoners, it's gonna be some fine chicks in here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Me and the homies can pull up and just, you know what I'm saying, like network with some people or just whatever. Man, what? I'm in there. I'm in there.
Yeah, I just left Tulsa, man, and they got a spot, you know what I'm saying, called Love More Hookah, nigga, where, cause you can smoke the weed where you can smoke the tobacco.
Yeah. That was part of the Tobacco Act. A lot of people didn't know that either. Exactly. I was like, yo, get your card. You can smoke anywhere. You can smoke a cigarette.
Right. Niggas, so shit, man. We rolled like a nigga 4 before we in there, bro, and just a nigga sat back, nigga watch the show, play good music and just blow, bro.
Cool. Bro, the whole world, bro, like when bro, like it's really finna pop here in Oklahoma. Ever since we legalized, like this is the best shit we could ever did, period, bro. Like this is finna change the state so much. Don't you see it on the highways already? Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? This businesses popping up everywhere. Like it's finna pop out here, bro. But I really feel like people need to like also other open businesses instead of dispensaries. Like we got enough of them. Like, but at the same time, everybody ain't gonna stay open. So it really don't matter. Like it still balances itself out.
Right.
Just as many open, same amount closed.
So it's a lot closing.
Every day. Ain't paying their taxes.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Like, what's the taxes?
I mean, if you're doing checks and balances at the end of every sales day, it tells you, like, your POS system will tell you what you owe in taxes. You just got to put it up until it's time to go pay it.
And they not paying it?
I don't know. We pay ours.
Nigga, I'm on that shit.
We that's one thing we don't play about. I promise you
I'm on it.
We don't play about.
I'm on all paperwork, nigga.
Bro, we don't play about that paperwork.
I'm on all paperwork, nigga, because I know they gonna
taxes. Bro, they gonna come.
Boy,
better have it. Right.
And shit, like I was talking to the POS, like I'm having meetings every day with the POS people. They said that the lady nigga that's over the an OMA. Yeah, they said that they about to go to the Matrix.
Yeah,
and
it's finna get real.
And she about to audit everybody after they do that. I think she gonna audit every single dispensary.
It's finna get real.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
It's finna get real.
So you think they'll?
Y'all heard that? He just gave y'all a gem real quick. If y'all ain't catch that, if y'all ain't catch that, he said everybody finna get audited.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So when do you think that's gonna go to rec?
Real soon.
Yeah,
real soon.
So what does that mean for us? I mean, that's bigger for us.
If you don't got that medical card, you finna be. Well, okay, I can't say that just yet. I got to talk to a few of my constituents and a few of my political friends.
Yeah.
But because I don't know exactly where they're at right now on like all of that. Like I just talked to Grumpy, Uncle Grumpy, Chris Moe.
Yeah.
He's like a lobbyist, you know, for the cannabis stuff. Yeah. Like he came up to the store.
Right.
We cool. But shout out Grumpy. And you know he's pushing for it. I'm like, Grumpy, you know I ain't really pushing for that. And he like, why?
Yeah, why you not pushing for it?
Because soon as we do that, like the people with the real bag.
I'm talking about nigga, like supermarkets, like you know what I'm saying, like Walmart,
like
type
we finna drop
dispensaries.
$60 million
right?
Type
Exactly.
bag, like
exactly.
How you gonna compete with that?
Exactly.
And then once it's federal, then you talking about billboards and Cox commercials and radio advertisement, like you gonna be able to keep up, like for instance, David Stanley spends $100,000 a month just on commercials and advertising. Now imagine being a dispensary with a budget to be able to spend $100,000 a month. That ain't just talking weed maps to be on the top of the deals page, being on every billboard. Like, bro, it's really finna be rough.
Right. I didn't think about it like that. Yeah, but then we got Texas coming though. You know, then we got Kansas coming down.
I mean, but like, where are they gonna go? Like when you go to Cali, what store do you go to? You're not just pulling up to any dispensary. You like, yo, I want to go to the cookie store. Like when you not living there, you want to go to places you hear about.
Nah.
You don't think so?
Should I get on the app? And then my cousin, then my cousin got his little shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's
okay. Everybody different. I mean,
but I always try new dispensaries. You know what I'm saying? Just to see the gas they got.
But even like when you get on weed maps per se,
that shit is hard to get on, man. Like, what's the deal with that, bro?
When you're going through the deals page. Like, if you want to be at the top, or like, you know where it show like the closest dispensaries near you, and they like got the gold stars and shit. Yeah, that number one spot like $10K,
bro. Why? I was looking up. I said, nigga.
So guess what? But guess how weed maps play. Let's say you can only afford spot number 3. You like, look, I only got 6 bands. They're like, all right, we'll rock with you. Yeah, bro. As soon as the first person with 6,500. Not that much. Probably like 75, right? Yeah. They make you go a little over, but like, let somebody with 75 be like, yo, I need that spot number 3 because they like, I ain't got the 8 or 85 for spot number 2. They like, hey, run it. And then you just get booted. And you like, what the fuck? You gonna call me? Yeah, I'm sorry, man. You got outbidded. What? So imagine when the real bag people come in and they can just like, it's nothing. It's a drop in a bucket. Like, yo, we gonna throw them 20. We gonna get the top deal spot. We gonna
like
get
the celebrities and shit,
bro. They just gonna they gonna muscle you on all sides. So at that point, it just come about all the people who already been here putting their work in, because there's a lot of dispensaries that's already been here since day one. That the people are from Oklahoma. I feel like the people that already love going to those places will keep going. The places, the people that you have relationships with that take care of you, they'll keep going. Yeah. They're not saying, I ain't saying they ain't gonna go try them other places and get the deals, the first time deals. Everybody do that. Right. They gonna come back though.
Right. Yeah. But the big time players, man, it's gonna get them Texas people, I think, right off the highway, nigga, they'll build a big ass motherfucking store for them and shit.
Like,
you know
right, the closest to where you could be covered in, put up billboards around that shit.
Like where that porn store was on the highway going to Texas.
Giving everybody 50% off your first time. What you gonna do?
Bro, 50%?
What you gonna do?
Not a damn thing, because the nigga can't get 50%.
Exactly. So then, even on the patient side, like in other markets, in like Colorado, if you don't have a medical card, you're gonna pay like 23% taxes.
Oh, you are?
So I don't know. Don't quote me. I don't know what. I haven't been up there in a while.
Oh, okay, yeah, but it's
pay,
more.
Like right now, we're paying like 16%.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right. I'm high, man.
Yeah.
But it's a lot more that you're gonna pay. So like, and then the quality ain't the same.
Right.
Like the medical weed quality is a whole lot better because these big time commercial guys, like, bro, they'll grow some molded weed and they got machines. They can just throw the weed in and it kills the mold. I don't want that shit.
They could just big time machines.
Bro, like, fuck it. They got the shit to where they could just be like, just, man, grow that shit any kind of way real quick. Just make sure it look good. Right. And we can doctor it on the other end. That's not the culture. I didn't get it. I didn't smoke weed for that. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, like, they changing the game, bro.
Nah, man, I appreciate you coming out, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew that you had, like, the game in this industry. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to find you on Facebook, man, but I can't be finding you. You know what I'm saying?
Stay out of Facebook, Joe, when you open your store, man. Like, post humbly.
Yeah. Okay, so how can you post? You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't flag me, but they said something about, should I guess, like the logo or something? Like the leaf?
You probably just didn't piss nobody off yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When you start popping, somebody gonna get you like, nah, report his ass.
That nigga shining too much.
They go, hey, bro, everybody's dealt with it, man. They know, you know who you is, man. If you in the game, man, everybody done dealt with it, man. We all in Facebook jail. Everybody got 2 or 3 pages.
Yeah.
You got to, because you'll post something. I feel like once the algorithms pick you up, what is really what it is. Like once you have went to like Facebook jail like 2 or 3 times, it's like the smallest thing. Like you post, it's like every post, you probably go through a system and they checking your words and searching for keywords for shit. Because like as long as you post like for information, like for educational purposes only, not for sale online, you should be straight. Like as long as you ain't got no prices posted, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I've done that too, and they still like flag my ass and like Facebook jail, and I'm like, yo, somebody had to report this. Cause I'll see somebody else on Instagram right up under my post, $10 grams all day, and I'm like, bro, I'm in jail, but you like, what the fuck? You out here just slam dunking this shit. Right. And I done got a technical foul. Somebody targeted me, man.
Right.
So once you start popping, which you will.
Nah, man, I ain't gonna be popping, man, because I gotta stay humble with the shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, like you said, man, I manifested. You know what I'm saying, nigga? So shit, man, I just need to. Nigga stay on point. Nigga stay in compliance.
There's some good weed in it.
Oh yeah. So yeah, man, that's all I really want to do, man. Is stay on top of the paperwork and the taxes.
That's
you know
the best thing you can do. And then I feel like also coming in new, like if you come in like right after they do metric, that's the best thing you can do, because then you can learn how to do it the way that they want us all to do it anyway. Like from day one, you'll already just be knowing what to do, because your habits will be you following everything by the book from the new way.
Right.
Because right now it's not like it ain't there yet. So
right. So man, what's some tips that you'll give somebody who want to come into the game? I think as far as a grower, a bud tender, man, a dispensary. You know what I'm saying?
My first tip would be just make yourself accessible.
Okay.
Whether it be social media, you know, try to look for some groups to get in and join that are like cannabis related.
Okay.
You know, friend people. Look up like events that are happening on Facebook and like go attend those events, go network, like make friends, meet people, but like be consistent, like keep going, keep showing up to those events, keep the conversations going, you know, things like that. And then, you know, some opportunities are open for you.
Yes, sir.
Just get involved.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. Like tell the people how they can contact you, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they gonna want to, I think, contact you for the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man, if y'all on Clubhouse, man, my Clubhouse is at Rob Marley 405. Mostly everything else is Rodney Fennell, whether it be Facebook and Instagram, or Rob Marley 405. So y'all hit me, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, bro. Like real talk, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that shit, like you got a busy schedule. You know what I'm saying? Like you on your thing, like you on Clubhouse giving the game, and I appreciate you coming out, though.
I appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah. Already. Shot of Brandy Podcast, man. This episode 165, man, with Rob Marley, man.
Yeah.
A cannabis connoisseur.
Let's go.
Man, I appreciate you, bro.